Hey everybody, hope you're having a good morning. So far it's early, but I wanted to do a video. It's been a while since I've done one on bipolar disorder, but this one, I want to clear some things up. I've had questions asked to friends and family members of an episode that I had, a bipolar episode in June, where I was arrested and for shoplifting. Okay, this is not the most proud moment in my lifetime, but I am tired of people, talking about it to everyone but me. um, and people that know me and been friends and family members of mine for, know that I don't do that. I've never done that. I've never been arrested. I don't have a criminal record. When I get manic, I do, I've never done anything to get myself arrested. Luckily, before. And I was literally in jail for about, well, a month, a little over a month. I cried for 2 weeks straight, probably. Not the whole straight, but every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day. Um, I feel ashamed, of course, and I am, yeah, I'm embarrassed, but my dad and my brother, I saw what they went through with their addictions and their mental illness, and I saw them go to jail, and I saw them, people treat them like shit. Sorry, but people, even family members, and give them a bad rep and a bad name and a bad person thing. And they weren't. I mean, I can tell you that they were not bad people. They had bad diseases and illnesses. They were both alcoholics. I know my brother was an addict. I'm not going to go into every detail, but I don't really know if my dad was addicted to anything other than alcohol. Alcohol is enough when you have a chemical imbalance, so it makes it 10 times worse. Everyone I've ever seen, it did mine too. But you know, people should not be scared to talk about addiction or mental illness, and they shouldn't be shamed, or they should not feel afraid to ask for help. This is something that bothers me very much because, you know, you never can say, well, that won't ever happen to me, or I'll never do that. How many times have you said, I'll never do that? And then the next minute you are doing that very thing. I know I don't ever say that anymore because it's came back to bite me every time I say, well, I would never do that. What kind of person does this? And I will tell you that there are things that I regret ever saying that about. No, it's just, don't ever think that you're too good to for anything. I don't want to go into specifics, but I'm just saying, like alcohol or drugs or mental illness or whatever. It's like, it's just not. Life has a way of humbling if you don't. If you're not, I mean. And I've been through it, and I've seen other members of my friends and family members that have been through this too, and it's not fun, but everybody, I think at one point or another, probably does have some form of this, experience like that. But anyway, I will tell you that being in jail for a month or a little over a month made me very much more thankful for the life that I have that I take for granted. So it was and it cured my shoplifting unless I get to, and mania was triggered by not sleeping for several days and anxiety and stress in my life. Okay. So It wasn't a drug induced thing. It wasn't an alcohol. I try to tell people that, and they pretty much, I've had people, they don't believe me. They don't, you know what? Don't. That's up to you. I don't, I'm pretty truthful. I don't have to tell you everything, every detail of my life, okay? I'm not, you know, lying about that, though. That was definitely a manic episode. And so, anyway, but, I just have been accused of different things, drugs or alcohol. Well, no, no one ever accused me of that, but, I'm sure they were one. I haven't really been an alcohol drinker in years, but, and I don't, I've had addictions in the past. And it's common for people with mental illness, especially bipolar disorder, to be addicted a lot of times to alcohol. But I'm not, and I was lucky to get away from it when I was younger because addiction to alcohol does run in my family. But anyway, another thing that I wanted to talk about that I've been dealing with, I've discovered that I have something called dissociative identity disorder. And if you don't know what that is, it's, which I didn't, it used to be called multiple personality disorder. They don't have it, it's not called that anymore. But it's not like that symbol that you saw on TV. That was an extreme, like, case. Mine, most of the time, almost 99%, I would say, maybe probably 100% of the time, what causes it is an extreme case of a continual trauma or abuse in a young child's life. And I mean, not just one time, not just two times, but like literally years of sexual or physical or emotional neglect, abuse, trauma that makes a child not be able to handle the situation. And so they develop different identities to take over, and they go to some back here to the back, and they rest while the abuse is happening. So you might not have much recollection of it, if any. I do have some, but not a lot. Um, it's very disturbing because I've had flashbacks a little bit, and they've told me, people in my family have said they won't tell me like what I've said in when I've been in my sleep or when I've been in this other state, things that they don't want to tell me. Well, my son's the one, and there was one of my best friends. I text her not very nice messages, and I don't remember doing it. No, I wasn't spaced on drugs or pot or whatever. Um, it's very disturbing because I said bad things that I would never say to her. I was so ashamed and embarrassed, and like I had an episode with my son that was very disturbing as well. I've had them with my friend on the phone. I don't know. It's happened quite a few times in the past, well, 6 months, I guess. So I started looking that up because my friend said, I think you have this. And I talked to my psychiatrist, and he said probably, very possibly, yes. But I need to get hooked up with some therapy to know how to deal with it. And I don't know if you have to remember everything. I hope. I'd rather not. But, anybody that has this dissociative personality disorder, please just comment if you can below, maybe, or message me if you don't want to do it, in public. That's fine. And let me know how you handled and what kind of treatment you had, or what helped you. Now, it's you know I don't know. It's disturbing because I know that I have been codependent, you know, in the past, but I've definitely picking people that were. Um, narcissistic qualities, high narcissism qualities. I don't know if they were full blown narcissists. I expect that a couple of them were, but I'm not a doctor. I just know that I was codependent, like I was giving and not literally getting much back as far as emotional support or help, or I don't know, help, but support or validation. I don't know. Just like it was fine for the first year or so, and then all of a sudden, who is this person? And that's pretty common for a narcissism or sociopathic behavior even. What's scary is that if you're if you are codependent, that means that you have been gaslit. Which I don't know if you know what that means, which a lot of you do probably, but that means you had to have been in a relationship at some point in your life with a covert narcissist or a sociopath. And they have deliberately gaslit you to the point where you're codependent. You don't know who you are. Your reality, your brain, they've messed with your mind so much that you don't know what's real and what's not. They've made you believe a false reality. That's what causes a lot of times for people to feel dissociation from themselves. They don't know who they are unless they're trying to please or fix someone else. And that's me. I thought I was the narcissist myself, like literally someone, and I don't have a memory. Like, I don't know. It could have been, a step parent. It could have been, someone that a partner. I don't know because I don't remember. I don't know. I have recollection or memory of it. I think I know a little bit, but I'm not going to get into the details because, people, it's personal. And just know that if you feel like everything is your fault for some reason, you don't know how you got that way, but you know that you just feel guilty about everything. You don't really know who you are. You're kind of lost and confused, and you don't really know how you got that way. You feel like you have to please. You have to be a people pleaser to get love. You have to have. It's like love is not unconditional. It's conditional. That means that it's only given when you do what that person wants, which we all know is not the way love is. So if you, and there's a lot of other ones, I don't know, I'm not a professional. I've just done a lot of reading because it's very mind-blowing to me. Like, I don't know how this happened, or, I have a little bit of a clue, but I'm, like I said, personal. But I didn't know that I was gaslit or gaslighted, or however you say it, gaslit, I guess. But yeah, if you're a codependent person, you have been sometime in your life made to feel like you're the one that's got the problem. Because the guy that I was, my therapist, he said a narcissistic person would never come to me and say, am I the narcissist? Because they would never think, they wouldn't do that. He said, you're probably a codependent. And yeah, it went on further investigation of that. That's exactly what he came to that conclusion. So, I feel like I'm coming out of that because I haven't been in a relationship for many years. I've been working on getting myself healthy. So anyway, I'm happy by myself. I'm literally happier by myself than I have been in years. And I've been working towards self-love, which is what everyone needs to do. Put yourself first, not selfish. Put self first. You can't love or help anyone else to heal or get better if you don't take care of you. So, anyways, that's my that's my video, and it's been a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But if you have any of these things that I talked about, the dissociative personality thing, or codependence, or narcissism, abuse, abuse by a narcissist, covert or overt, or sociopath, or if you've been gaslit and you know you have, please either comment on the video or inbox message me, because I would love to know how overcame, and what kind of therapy or what kind of tools you used to help you get past that. It would be very interesting for me to know. And if you don't want to put it out in the open, you can always either put me on Messenger or message me on Facebook. Thank you. Have a great day.